Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today let's get to the market recap. So today I took one trade and there was a win. So let me show you what my day was today starting out. So basically, it wasn't likely. We had this today's a FOMC day. We have a FOMC in 2.5 hours basically, and what we had an AUD negative news as well. So basically, mm, we were like pretty 50-50 while getting into the analysis. So let's check what we had. Okay, so basically we had gold. Uh, Pre-market we had gold creating fair value gaps down, moving lower. Okay, we have this 4 hour fair value gap higher. We have this drawn liquidity lower, which was the closest drawn liquidity. So we could see a continuation, but it wasn't that high probability because we swept this. So yeah, it was okay. It was nice. And then we had silver. Okay, silver was also basically doing a similar thing, but we were rejecting off this low, and we were in this 15-minute fair value gap. And in NQ, NQ was we had this loss a nice markdown and everything. Probably push lower would look nice at that time. And then we had Asian sweep and then GBP USD. It's not that price action that I wanted to see. I didn't like the price action what I saw there. So basically, yeah, I marked it still. We had this family gaps holding us down. So in AUD and New Zealand dollar, we had this SMP at the bottom, and then we had this 4 hour fair value gap and 1 hour fair value gap from which price could push lower. So yeah, basically the lower prices in USD pass. I mean AUD USD, USD, GBP USD, and other thing. USD is preceding pass. Okay, and then we had USD JPY, which I wanted to see price push higher from this because we reswept the daily fair value gap rejection low, respecting daily fair value gap, and we have the daily context higher, and we are at all time highs. Yeah, it's a no brainer for us to look for a push higher. In USD Canadian dollar, weekly fair value gap was holding pretty well. Lots of upweight to push lower. So this session loss would be this perfect round liquidity. And in USD CHF, it's not anything that I want to be trading today. So today, first thing I wanted to see this USD Canadian dollar take this drawn liquidity. So an entry from this 15-minute fair value gap made sense for me. The one thing that was ambiguous at that time is we want to long USD JPY, but short USD CAD. That's kind of like trying to do the opposite things. But what was nice was the price didn't already tap into this 1 hour fair value gap. We were higher, so even that 15-minute low down move lower would like fill into this 1 hour fair value gap. So I was looking forward for that shot. Okay, then what did we have mid session? Okay, we had that USD CAD scenario play out. We tapped into the 15-minute fair value gap, 1 minute sharp turn. We didn't have any 3 minute or 5 minute sharp turn at that point. Okay, so basically this was the only thing that we had. So yeah, so I didn't want to like waste my time not trying to take a trade here. So once I had that 1 minute sharp turn, I took my position tool, drawed out wherever the price gave me a 1 is to 1.2 or something is R. Basically set that limit somewhere when price was here. I set this limit, then price tapped into this and pushed us lower, taking out TP, full TP. So basically one mistake that I did at this trade was I was aiming for $15 TP, but I forgot to count the commissions. So I must have sized a bit higher to cover the commissions. So also I need to take into account of commissions because I'm trading high lot, so around $2.5 was commission in this $15 trade, which is like around 20%, right? Around 20% of this trade was commission. So I need to make sure to not make sure to take into account of that as well. Okay. So I basically can't take 1:1 trades because after commission it would become even lower. So what I should be aiming for is like minimum 1:5 to cover and get me at least a 1:1. So yeah, that's something that I need to take a look at. Then yeah, but still we took this W, and yeah, we paid. You can see here. So yeah, this is the trade that I took for today. Then after this, we swept this. I knew this. After price taking this, you're gonna see a push higher because generally I wanted to see longs in this, right? But what happened is I didn't get tap into this 1 hour fair value gap in USD JPY till the end. So basically no trade for me at that point. But now we have formed this 30 minutes fair value gap which could push us higher to the daily context. So there might be another trade today, which I'm going to wait. But honestly, it's just 2 hours to FOMC, right? The more we get closer to FOMC, I think it's better to just chill back out. So I'm not going to be trading anymore. I'll take this one win and call it a day. And then what we had, New Zealand US dollar. We had this 30-minute fair value gap and then this 1 hour fair value gap in AUD, USD, and New Zealand dollar. So I basically wanted to see 30-minute fair value gap or fail or 1 hour fair value gap fail. And my discretionary wise, I knew okay at this point it's more likely that this 30 minutes fair value gap is going to get gushed down, but I can't enter until like I get a close below, right? So I waited. But after this close, I wanted to look for like an limit order right here. I'm aiming for the 1 hour fair value gaps context and this high. Okay, so this was probably my entry idea, but I didn't get tapped into, so I didn't uh, get filled into. So that's not a trade for me. And similar thing happened in what AUD also, where we closed below, then we pushed lower, took this context. So that's basically two scenarios played out but not filled. So that's missed, not filled kind of trades. Can't do anything about them. Then EURUSD uh, kind of inverse everything and then it gave this 30 minute failure. So honestly, I didn't want to look for any shots at that point, but then we know we saw the real move, then price kind of did this big move. I wanted to look for a shot from this 1 hour fair value gap to this 30 minute fair value gap initially. But I was on that trade, I didn't take a look at this and this wasn't that good of an entry for me either. Yeah, so basically at this area where we had this 5 minute IFVG come up balance price range or sharp turn thing, we had this at this point, right? Where I could have waited for a limit is something like this, where my TP must be this 30 minute fair value gap because I don't know what price will do after that, right? We could like push higher. So something like this would have been my entry model, but I wouldn't have get tapped anyways. So it's basically nothing. But yeah, this was another thing that we saw today. And then USD, I mean NQ and ES pushed lower from this 30 minute fair value gap. So this week monthly lows was the drawn liquidity and it was delivered. But honestly, not my type of pair to trade at the moment because it's very like fast and quick. I'm more of a slow kind of trader. So yeah, that's the reason I didn't take a trade at that pair. So that was it for the day. Uh, one win. It's a really good day. I can't play. Okay, I took this AquaFunded $10 instant funded. So basically, I have to make around $100 in this account to get a payout, and that I have to do it in with 15% consistency as well. So if I am going to withdraw $100 payout, then I need to make $100 payout with no single trade exceeding $15 profit. So I need to make sure that all my trades are within the $15 take profit so that I can get a successful payout. Even if I stack these $12 wins, like 6 more times, I guess. I think totally 15 and 150, 75, 85, 90. So yeah, around I need to win 7 trades to be able to take a payout. So I need to have like 7 wins to take a payout. That would be a $100 payout. I think it's very highly possible and achievable. And I am quite liking Forex right now. So yeah, so let's look out for what's going to happen. So basically that was it. Yeah, thank you.